In the era of the digital revolution, world is becoming smaller, and a lot of new technologies are being launched simultaneously. Therefore, in the ongoing saga of the digital revolution, extend and adapt has produced little of excitement in the industry and academia. Therefore, to make a developed world and to match the speed of these above-mentioned changes, joint efforts from the academia, the research community, and the industry are required. We also agree that we live in a period characterized by knowledge-based competition in which the most valuable commodities are innovation and
countries and regions today are competing to attract and develop successful knowledge-based businesses or industries. Recognize the importance of research and innovation for human welfare and economic growth. Science knows no boundaries, and research is asked today to deal with issues that are increasing. Developments in science and technology are fundamentally altering the way people live, connect, communicate, and with profound impacts on technical development.
the work, day, or life cannot be started without the God's name. Hence, I will now like to request Chief Guest, Mr. Vikas Goyal, our guest of honor, Professor Naveen Kumar, the Chairman of Shaheed Sukhdev College of Business Studies, Professor Nagari, Professor Puman Verma, General Chair, Professor Subhash Kumar, Professor Samir Ahmed, Professor Ajay Joseph, Dr. Ashish Khanna, and Dr. Deepa Gupta to introduce the stage for the land lighting ceremony.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. May Goddess Saraswati bless us all. Now, I request Professor Poonam Verma to take our chief guest, Mr. Vikas Goyal, with a sampling as a token of appreciation. Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Ajay Jaiswal to felicitate our guest of honor, Professor Naveen Kumar, sapling as a token of our love and reverence. Thank you, sir. Now I would request Professor Sameer Anand to felicitate our chairperson, Professor K. Ratnabali, with a sapling. All right. Now, I'd like to request Dr. Deepak Gupta to felicitate our journal chair, Professor Prabhat Kumar. Now I'd like to request Dr. Ashish Khanna to felicitate our principal, Professor Poonam Verma, with a sapling as a token of our love and reverence.
So much. I, Tanusha Arora,
And I, Raghu Setia,
would like to take this opportunity on behalf of the ICICC 2023 to welcome management, organizers, researchers, academicians, and students to the two-day program of the International on Innovative Computing and Communications, organized by Shaheed Sukhdev College of Business Studies, supported by the Universal Innovator in association with the National Institute of Technology, Patna, and University of Valladolid, Spain, sponsored by Springer, LNNSCD, FSRNCD, SRGE, that is Scientific Research Group Egypt, SETIT, that is Sciences and Technology of Image and Telecommunications, Tunisia, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Digital India, HDRT, that is Scientific Group of Research Technology, Publication Partners Springer, Elsevier, Wiley, MTPI, IndusScience. We would like to express our sincere gratitude for your presence in this opening ceremony as the gateway to the initiation of our scientific program.
International Conference on Innovative Computing and Communication, ICICC 2023, is organized with the objective of bringing together innovative scientists, professors, research scholars, students, and industrial experts in the field of computing and communication to a common forum. The primary goal of the conference is to promote the exchange of scientific information between researchers, developers, engineers, students, and practitioners. Another goal is to promote the transformation of fundamental research into institutional and industrialized research and to convert applied exploration into real-time application. Overall, the conference will provide the researchers and attendees with prospects for national and international collaboration and networking among universities and institutions, not only from India, but also abroad for promoting research.
Talking about the organizing institute, that is Shaheed Sukhdev College of Business Studies, is the premier institute of the University of Delhi, imparting fast-paced education in the fields of management and information technology. It was established in August 1987 by the Delhi administration on the initiation of UGC and the Ministry of Human Resources. CBS, as it is popularly referred to, in a short span of 35 years, established itself as the best and leading undergraduate management school.
Talking about our partner institution, National Institute of Technology Patna is the 18th NIT created by the Ministry of Education after rechristening the erstwhile Bihar College of Engineering on 20th January 2004. NIT Patna aims at setting out very high education standards and holds a long record of academic excellence. Pedagogical aspects have been formulated to suit not only the needs of the contemporary industrial requirements, but also to develop human potential to its fullest extent in a range of professions.
We would like to extend a deep sense of gratitude to some of the people who have immediately contributed to the event, but who are not because of their busy schedules. We would like to thank Professor Shaheed, Academy of Sciences. We would also like to thank Director of Islam.
Moreover, we would like to express our gratitude to Professor Abdul Ella Hassanain from Cairo University, Egypt, Professor Joel JPC Rodriguez from National Institute of Telecom, Brazil, Victor Hugo, Unifor, Brazil. We really appreciate your efforts in this prestigious conference.
Now, it's time to launch the proceedings of ICICC-2023, being published by Springer in 3 volumes. I would like to invite all the delegates to come on the stage to launch.
Thank you so much, everyone. Now I'd like to request Professor Samir Anand from Shaheed Sukhdev College of Business Studies, who is the joint of ICICC 2023, to come onto the stage and shower us with his words of wisdom.
Good morning to all dignitaries, people from the industry, and all participants from all over the world. On the behalf of ICICC 2023, I, Dr. Samir Anand, the convener of the conference, welcome you all to the International Conference on Innovative Computing and Communication 2023. ICICC 2023 We have been extremely fortunate to be able to the willing support of our dynamic principal and patron of the conference, Dr. Verma. Her constant support and encouragement help us to proceed with the whole planning of the event. Ma'am, your trust on us made us more accountable to meet your and minimize the dispersion. I welcome you, ma'am. I welcome Professor Pradeep Kumar Jain, who is another patron of the conference, NIT Patna. I welcome our General Chair, Professor Oscar Castillo, TIT Mexico, Professor Prabhat Kumar, NIT Patna. I also welcome our Honorary Chair, Professor Zanus, Polish Academy of Sciences, Poland, Professor Vaclav, Rector, VSV Technical University of Ostrava, Republic. I would like to welcome our conference chair, Professor Abul Allah Hasnain, Cairo University, Egypt, Professor Joel J.P. Roderick, National Institute of Telecommunication, Brazil, Professor R.K. Agarwal, Jawaharlal University, Delhi. I also welcome Technical Program Chair, Professor A.K. Singh, National Institute of Technology, Kurukshetra, Dr. Anil K. Ahlawat, KIT Group of Institutions, Ghaziabad, Editorial Chair, Professor Abhishek Swaroop, Bhagwan Ram Institute of Technology, Delhi, Dr. Arun Sharma, Indira Gandhi Technical University for Women, Convene and Publication Chair, Vicente Garcia Diaz, University of Spain. On the behalf of the conference and the college, you all, and I welcome all the dignitaries, colleagues, and who has participated in the conference. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. I would now like to request Dr. Ashish Khanna, who is the joint convener of ICICC-2023 Maharaja Agrisin Institute of Technology, to ascend onto the stage and inspire us with his words.
Good morning, everyone. I, Dr. Ashish Khanna, the organizing secretary and the joint convener of the conference, welcomes you all to the 6th version of the International Conference on Innovative Computing Communication 2023. Organized by Shaheed Sukhdev College of Business of Delhi University in collaboration with National Institute of Technology Patna and University of Valladolid, Spain. Apart from academic collaboration, ICICC has the support of Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology of Government of India, Digital India, National E-Governance Division. ICICC also has the support of some of the international labs like SGRT, SRGE from Egypt and SETIT from Tunisia. Dear all, we just have surpassed the pandemic era. So the conventional systems of the pre-pandemic era are going to work very differently now with the new demands and modifications of the changing world. Therefore, in the era of multidisciplinary research, the necessity of the platforms like ICICC increases tenfold, where researchers, students, and industry experts can come together to brainstorm, share, and present new ideas and technologies. Let me share with all of you the successful journey and small history of ICICC conference series. The journey of ICICC started in 2018, where the first version of the international conference was organized at GNIM College of Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University at Delhi. In 2019, the second version of the conference was organized by Technical University of Ostrava, Czech Republic, Europe. In 2020, ICICC got a permanent place and another era of ICICC started, where under the able guidance of Professor Poonam Verma, ma'am, and in collaboration with the SIIF, the incubation cell of Shaheed Sukhdev College of Business Studies, the team organized the first ever international conference in the entire research-based conference series, where under the umbrella of ICICC, an event called Where Startup Meets Investor program was organized, where a lot of startups also got the initial funding offers just before the COVID era started. Researchers community got the opportunity to share the valuable information with each other in the 3-day event. Similarly, in 2021 and 22, ICICC was again organized at Shaheed Sukhdev College of Business Studies successfully in collaboration with national and international universities. Some of the overall statistics and achievements of the 6-year journey of ICICC are: ICICC conference has achieved the high H index and H5 index of 20 with total Google Scholar of around 2,500. ICICC conference series is considered to be among one of the best and successful and happening conference. In total, we have published more than 1,553 articles with an average acceptance rate of 23% in 15 different volumes of Springer, with papers from 58 different countries. Thank you very much. We also have the unique combination of publishing 59 papers in SCI index journals and 3 extended papers in Scopus index journals. So in a way, we all know that awarding a degree requires 2 quality journal papers. So therefore, indirectly, ICICC has 81 PhD degrees in their journey of last 6 years. ICICC has invited 64 keynotes, 13 international workshops, more than 100 special sessions till date. ICICC has got the participation of more than 4,000 researchers in hybrid mode from around the globe in its entire journey. In the current and 6th version of the ICICC 2020, the extended papers, the registered papers will be published in lecture notes in network and system series of the Springer. LNS series is Scopus and Web of Science Index and is one of the reputed series of Springer. Here, ICICC 2023 has received 850 submissions, 32 countries with 200 registered papers. The acceptance percentage first time is below 20% in the entire history of ICICC, showing the commitment to select only quality research articles on our platform. Papers will be published in will be presented in 18 different sessions in coming 2 days. We have 3 keynote speakers from Spain, London, Delhi. Apart from publishing papers in Springer LNS series, the selected and extended papers will be invited to be sent to the following SCI and Scopus journals: Physical Communication, an elsewhere journal with an impact factor of 3, Computer and Electrical Engineering, an elsewhere journal with an impact factor of 4.15, Expert System, a journal of Wiley with an impact factor of 2.81, Intelligent Decision Technologies, which is indexed in Scopus, and Computer Modeling in Engineering and Sciences, an SCI index journal with a factor of 2, Journal of Mobile Multimedia of River Publishing House, a Scopus and ESCI index journal. With this small history and information about ICICC, I welcome you again. I welcome again all the dignitaries, authors, attendees, and participants of the conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Next, I'd like to call Professor Prabhat Kumar from National Institute of Technology, Patna, who is also the General Chair of ICICC.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of NIT Patna, I'm to welcome you all to the 6th International Conference of Innovative Computing and Communication. Director NIT Patna could not attend this conference due to some unavoidable reasons, but he has conveyed his best wishes for this conference. NIT Patna, situated on south bank of Holy River, is the 18th NIT declared by MHRD, Government of India, and right now we are holding 63rd NIRF ranking. The institute had 7 UG courses, 19 PG courses, and PhD programs in all departments. The faculties of CSE department, where I belong to, are currently working in the areas of Internet of Things, wireless sensor networks, data science, artificial intelligence, machine learning, information and cyber security, etc. The 4th association with Shaheed Sukhdev College of Business Studies, University of Delhi, and University of Valladolid, Spain. The journey has been very successful and fruitful. I'm very happy with this association and hope that this association prosper further in the future. I welcome our chief guest, Sri Vikas Goyalji, Professor Rajesh sir, guest of honor, Professor Naveen Kumar sir. I would like to extend my thanks to Professor Pradeep Kumar Jain sir, Director NIT Patna, and Professor Poonam Verma ma'am, Principal Shaheed Sukhdev College of Business Studies in Delhi, the patrons of this conference, for their guidance and support. I would like to appreciate the efforts of Professor Oscar Castillo, my co-chair, and all the steering committee members, conveners, especially Dr. Vastava, Dr. Deepak Gupta, and Dr. Ashish Khanna for their central role in management of this ICICC 2023 conference. Entire organizing committee members, reviewers, and sponsors for their continuous support. This time we have received a total of more than 850 papers, out of which 200 papers from 32 countries have been accepted and registered for presentation in this conference. We shall be having total 18 sessions, 2 offline and 16 online. The Springer will be publishing 3 volumes to publish all 200 papers. I hope that this conference will give all the participants a good platform to publish and share their experience in the research area, which will benefit all the participant, audience, everyone. Finally, I would like to thank all participants for their active participation. Wish you all the success. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Next up is Professor Pradeep, Director, National Institute of Technology, Patna. Professor Pradeep Kumar Jain joined as a lecturer in engineering at the Institute of Technology, Banaras Hindu University in 1981 and became professor in the year 2001. He has made significant contribution in the areas of analysis and development of high-power microwave tubes and Goldstone devices. Currently, he is the Director of the Institute of Technology, Patna. He also served as a Dean, Research and Development of Indian Institute of Technology, BHU, Varanasi, Coordinator of the Center of Research in Microwave, Coordinator at Center of Advanced Study, and the Head of Development of Electronics Engineering, besides acting as the chairperson of various institute-level committees over the years. Professor Jain is actively and intensively engaged in collaborative research and development activities with national laboratories in the area like CEERI, CSIR, Pilani, DRDO laboratories, IPR at DAE Gandhinagar, and successfully executed a number of sponsored research projects. His current research interests include high-power microwave devices and circuits. He's also acting as a visiting scientist at the Pennsylvania State University, US, in the years 2008 and 2007. He has so far guided 20 doctoral theses, published more than 100 research papers in SCI journals, and 200 in the conference proceedings, besides a patent, and authoring 6 book monograph chapters. Dr. Jain is a senior member of ICICC, Fellow of Institution of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineers of India, Fellow of Institution of Engineers of India, and a Fellow of Vacuum Electron Devices and Application Society. Although he couldn't make it to this commitment, but we would like to immensely thank him for his contribution in making this event a success.
Our principal, Professor Poonam Verma, joined the University of Delhi in 1985 as assistant professor and has since taught many undergraduate and postgraduate students in some of the most prestigious institutions of the University of Delhi. She has researched on how personnel policies impact the performance of public sector enterprises. She has done 100 projects, some of which have received international acclaim and appreciation. Is a recipient of the Fulbright Nehru International Education Administrators Fellowship for the year 2019. She believes that learning is the sustaining force of her life and an ongoing process. To her, knowledge is as stimulating as learning itself. Her aim is to objective beyond the level of an individual to an institution and to become instrumental in creating centers of academic excellence. We request Professor Poonam Verma to ascend onto the stage and enlighten us with the words of wisdom.
Thank you. It has to start a little bit. Good morning, professors, researchers, and students. On behalf of Shaheed Sukhdev College of Business Studies, I'd like to express my sincere gratitude and welcome you to the 6th International Conference on Innovative Computing and Communication. I honorably welcome our keynote and invited speakers, Professor P.K. Jain, Professor Prabhat Kumar, Professor Rajesh Ingle, Professor Naveen Kumar, our guest of honor, our chief guest, Mr. Vikas Goyal, and the Honorable Chairperson. Though she's not here, she sent her best wishes. She's got preoccupied with her university work. Professor David Kamiko, who's from University of Madrid, and Professor Pani Gree from IIT Delhi, who are probably joining us online. And of course, not to undermine the role of NIT Patna, which has always been instrumental in collaborating with us for this conference. Thank you very much. And it is my hope that this 6th conference would be able to achieve its objective in providing an effective forum for academicians, researchers, and practitioners to advancing knowledge, research, and technology for humanity. I always believe that research is what propels humanity forward. What intrigues me a lot is what's for humanity. Automation, morality, global useless class. An age of algorithms and technology that would see us transformed into superhumans. Just as the Industrial Revolution, the working class, automation could create a global useless class. I don't know if we are very happy at being called like that, but that seems to be the future for us. The political and social history of the coming decades revolve around the hopes and fears of this new class. Of course, I don't want to be part of that, really, thinking from that angle. Disruptive technologies, which have helped bring enormous progress, would be disastrous if they get out of hand. I don't want to be sounding pessimistic, but yes, this is seeming to be the reality. Not just the basics of geopolitics, but what the job market would look like, what kind of skills people will need, what family structures look like, what gender relations will look like, all seem in a big, big question mark, which probably to the educators seems that for the first time in the history, we have no idea what to teach in schools. In fact, yesterday only I was talking to one of the teachers here, and she said, ma'am, whatever they are teaching today to our students seems they're going to be totally, I would say useless or not relevant at all. But, there is a ray of hope always, because if we are sensitized to this fact, then that means we need to be, as educators, take the ownership of the problem solving process. And that is really important. And I would here say that at SSCS, at Shaheed Sukhdev College of Business Studies, we have moved with this vision. This college, our college, is known for its academic excellence with dedicated and committed faculty. We have incredible students, talented students, culture of place students, development is at the core of our actions. In short span of 35 years, our college has been in existence. We have won accolades at most prestigious and institutions and the fora of the world. We emerged as the global champions in Enactus World Cup in 2017. Our students actually offered some of the social problems that our country was facing. And this honor to our country was brought by none other than our students. Our president, Shri Ram Nath Kovindji, invited our team to Rashtrapati Bhavan to congratulate the team on this special achievement. Till date, none other have been able to, surpass this. And we're looking forward to getting the second World Cup for our country in the coming years. Students of SSCBS also emerged as the international winners in the global competition organized by Harvard University in 2020. Our students were competing with MIT, London Business School, HEC Paris, Johns Hopkins, and other eminent institutions which are widely covered. Of course, this was covered widely by the media. We have been top 20 global finalists of this competition continuously since 2020 in the last 3 years. We've also been the winners of Brain Wars organized by Bain and Company case competition. And mind you, this resulted into the pre-placement internships and exclusive networking opportunities for our students. And last year, 45 students were picked up by Bain Company for the final placements. We've also been the runners-up of the Global Microfinance Case Competition, which was organized by University of Melbourne. We're also globally, we were ranked #1 at the Data Science Competition, organized jointly by the Microsoft and Ernst & Young, where our students were competing against the PhD students from Stanford, MIT, Oxford. And we've been at the IIM Ahmedabad Case Competition, being the only undergraduate team to qualify to the finals. We clinched the first spot, beating out the best postgraduate business schools across the country. Now, all this is the competition that we've been participating in at getting the honors for our institution and for our country. And this remarkable achievements of our students and the unique pedagogy which we use in our college is evident in the campus recruitment process. In the last 5 years, we had a jump of 60% in the median salaries offered to our students. The average was 9.88 LPA to 12.38 LPA. Companies which were initially going to the IIMs, the postgraduate institutions, now landing with us and placing our students. The list is long: BCG Frontend, Wells Fargo, Exela, Havels, and the list goes on and on. And in the last 4 or 5 years, more than 400 students have gone to pursue their higher studies not just in India with IIMs, Ahmedabad, Bangalore, and Calcutta, ISB, Hyderabad. They've even gone to Wharton, Columbia, Chicago Booth, Kellogg, Oxford, London Business School, Yale, just to mention a few. And not just this, our institute has been awarded the District Award by the Ministry of Education in the year 2022. These efforts and the achievements in all facets and the facets of education and learning were recognized and appreciated. And we have been ranked as the best undergraduate management college in India for the last 3 years by the India Today ranking. And the college was felicitated by our Education Minister, Shri Dharmendra Pradhanji. Yes, best college. That's just the beginning. We still have, we are celebrating the centenary year of our university. So we are pretty young, just 35 years old. What we've achieved so far is certainly creditable, but that's not the end of it. You never ending hunger for innovation is what is driving us much higher, and we are working hard to achieve even greater heights. In the end, I would like to conclude by expressing my deepest gratitude to the advisory board, to the organizing committee, and volunteers who have directly or indirectly supported the success of this conference. Although we try our best to be professional, on behalf of Shaheed Sukhdev College of Business Studies, please accept our sincere apologies should there be any inconveniences during or after the event. I wish you a very productive conference with exciting, encouraging discussions and exchanges of knowledge so that together anticipate the future of groundbreaking knowledge, research, technology for humanity. May God bless us all with good health to make this event a successful and enjoyable one. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And I think it's meant for us also to be from this college. And it feels great to be a part of this institution. We have our distinguished delegate, Professor Rajesh Ingle from IIIT NAIR Raipur, who will be joining us online. Dr. Rajesh Ingle is a professor in computer science and engineering at IIIT NAIR Raipur. Prior to the IIIT, he was a professor in computer science and engineering at ICICC-2023 University, Pune, India, and an adjunct professor at the Government College of Engineering, Pune. He has also served as a Senate member of Savitribai Phule Pune University and head at EDC Incubation Center, head of the CE department at PICT Pune. He has also received 2014 IEEE Outstanding Branch Counselor Award from IEEE USA. He is also a recipient of 2019 IEEE Region 10 Outstanding Volunteer Award in recognition of outstanding contribution and services to the IEEE Pune section and IEEE Region 10. Is a senior member of the IEEE Communication Society and the Computer Society. He's working as a chairman at the Computer Society Pune chapter. He has also served as the chair at IEEE R10 Asia Pacific in the Student Activities Committee from 2015 to 2018, and as a vice IEEE Vice India Council, branch counselor of PICT IEEE Student Branch, and president of PICT Alumni Association. He is also associated with the Symbiosis University and other research centers. He has worked on and associated with various BOS in IT and CSC universities, including Pune University and Shivaji University. He has organized a number of international conferences and meetings in various countries, including Japan, USA, Malaysia, Netherlands, Sri Lanka, and Australia. He has guided more than 600 projects, undergraduate and the postgraduate level. 5 students working with him completed PhD in computer engineering, and 5 students are working with him for doctoral research. He has 65 research publications at various conferences and journals of national and international repute. To you, sir.
Thank you very much. Good morning. Let me express my gratitude and sincere thanks to all the organizers, especially Dr. Deepak Gupta, for this invite to be part of 6th International Conference on Innovative Computing and Communication, ICICC 2023, being organized at Shaheed Sukhdev College of Business Studies, University of Delhi, in association with National Institute of Technology, Patna, and University of Valladolid, Spain. I have been listening to all the speakers, and I've seen the website and development of this conference for last 6 years. Wonderful journey. Because looking at last 35 years of my observation and experience, a wonderful experience the organizers must have got. And if you see, 800 plus papers when we have so many conferences being organized and keeping acceptance ratio less than 20% is, and we have covering around 32 countries. It's a remarkable journey, I should say. I missed being part of this conference in person there, but I'm definitely looking for the announcement in the probably in the valedictory session for the next that is 7th conference, 7th edition of this conference, and looking for participating in that. And as I said, I have been listening to Dr. Samir Anand, Dr. Ashish Khanna, Dr. Prabhat Kumar, Professor Jain, and we have been listening to our principal madam, Professor Poonam Verma. And I have no doubt that we have a very strong organizing team. I have also seen the student participation, a wonderful coordination among all the student members. Please join me in congratulating the organizing team members for the successful organization of this event. Thank you. And I hope you'll all enjoy this 3-day event. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Our guest of honor today is Professor Naveen Kumar, Head, Department of Computer and Dean, Faculty of Mathematical Science, University of Delhi. Professor Naveen Kumar is a professor at the Department of Computer Science, University of Delhi, and has a teaching experience of about 4 years. He completed his PhD in computer science from IIT Delhi. His areas of interest for research include evolutionary algorithms and parallel computing. In addition to this, he has served as the organizing chair of various workshops and conferences in the space of big data analytics, Python programming, and management of data. He has successfully published 4 books, 3 chapters, 10 papers. He has successfully published 4 books, 3 chapters, 10 papers in journals, and 24 papers in conferences. I request you, sir, to ascend onto the stage and shower us with your words.
A very good morning to you all. It is indeed my pleasure to be invited to this great conference, International Conference on Innovative Computing and Communications 2023. Friends, it was written that the secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting of the old, but building the new. This quote is from a book by Dan Millman from The Ways of the Peaceful Warrior about Socrates, who is considered to be the founder of our modern science. Well, building and accumulating all your energy is fine, but how to do that? As Steven Johnson says in his book, Where Good Ideas Come From, everything bad is good for you. How today's popular culture is actually making us smaller. In that book, he writes, if you look at the history, innovation doesn't come just from giving the people incentives. Then where does it come from? It comes from creating environments where ideas can connect. In this context, that this conference becomes relevant. because it provides a forum to the innovative scientists, professors, researchers, and industrial experts. It also provides a forum for the transfer of basic research
Two 7001 lead auditor with over 18
Good morning. Can you all hear me? Yeah. Can you all hear me? I can't hear you. Good morning, everyone. I would like to thank all the dignitaries on the stage, the respected principal ma'am, researchers and the faculty members, and all the students. Good morning to all of you. It gives me immense pleasure to be part of this conference, and I'm greatly honored of this with all of you. The other reason why I'm so happy is that today, finally, I am with the college from where I have actually been hiring during this entire pandemic. So that deserves a lot of round of applause to the principal ma'am, to all the faculty members who have put in that effort into building that student base that has helped the industry. Okay, so before I was coming in over here, when I was invited for this event of what I should really be talking about, because usually when people like us speak in a forum, the demographics of the event or the audience is such that we are talking about one particular topic of cybersecurity or information security or the current trends. However, over here, I actually checked with about the demographics, and he said there would be some researchers, there would be some teachers, and some students. So for people like us, it becomes very difficult, and I think you can feel that nervousness in me. I present at people in front of 500 people, 1,000. But I was like, what would I talk about? And then, because there's a reason. The researchers over here are pretty much already preparing their own speeches because they will be the one who will be presenting after me. The faculties would expect that I should be talking about some motivation stuff, which can enhance the motivation or the morale of their students, and also which they can use later on in their sessions. But see, people from industry are also coming and saying the same. And the most difficult is the students who are usually made to sit in a conference to occupy the empty seats. Don't worry, I have been there, I know. But it is most difficult to engage these students with all that they are looking for is whatever you may say, would you give me a job or not? Job dega kya? So that was, is that right? Guys? Okay, we have some participation coming in. So to keep expectation in mind about the topic, I would like to touch upon the topic of recession. I think that is something. And I was so happy when I moved in, when I entered the premise, that was the first thing that everyone talked to me about. I was like, oh, my intuitions were right. I will talk about recession. So to make you less afraid of what recession is, I'll tell you a story that will make the moment a little lighter. I'm going to talk to you about a boy who entered the industry when the first pandemic, the first recession of dot-com bubble burst happened. Have you all heard of dot-com bubble burst? That happened in 2001, 2002. And the reason was that earlier it was very for people to learn HTML coding, some programming, and go to the US, be a website designer since 1990s. But then what happened was the innovations happened, and the innovations happened primarily because of the researchers like me, the people who would have thought of what better or how can we do things better. The software came in, which started to create the HTML code. So it's like your MS Word thing. You start putting in everything into the page, you embed the images, you type in the content, and create a HTML file, right? And your web page for the web page which would go on your IIS server is ready. Now, why do you need so many people to do the coding? Because there is no real code that we need to type in. So that's when that first recession is. And that was the time when that boy entered the industry after doing his graduation. The only industry that was picking up and hiring more and more was the BPO. That's where that boy landed. He worked over there for 2 years, 2.5 years, worked in that BPO, prepared for his masters, like a lot of you are preparing for your, got into the job again. Only completed his graduation only to realize that he is getting into the next recession of 2007 to 2009, which you guys know as the Great Recession. It happened primarily because of Lehman Brothers, because they faltered and the US mortgage market collapsed. It was a big investment bank, and again there was a recession. But that boy with a startup company, and the startup in those days, 2007-8, were not really high paying as much as, but the learning used to be awesome. By now, pretty much, you would have guessed who that boy is? Who that boy? It was me. So the intent of telling you the thing is that if you think this recession, yes, it would impact you, but it would impact you only as much as you think it would. You ought to see the best things possible for us. For the researchers, it is great because the bad times, the tough times, give you those opportunities, because now is the time when we have to do the optimization. Now is the time when we have to think of differently in a cost-effective way. For the students, perfect time to be in the study, be in education, because you being outside or you being inside does not impact you at all. So this is how I would say we've got to use the recession time. I would just share some tips over here to find good jobs, because that is what the expectation of anyone and everyone is to be able to get a job post we complete our researches, post we complete our colleges, and to be placed in good companies. The topic, the first point is that every single topic that you study in your course curriculum is a department organization. So when you talk about cybersecurity, and if you talk about the vulnerability assessment, that might be one chapter or might classes that you would attend, but that is a complete department in an organization. Be it the vulnerability assessment, penetration testing, threat intelligence, network security. In your subjects or in your classes, you would only touch upon them lightly. For the organization, there are big departments who are just running only on them. So if you prepare one chapter of your curriculum well, don't worry, you will be well taken care of. The second thing is, you don't find a job. The job finds you. If at all you are placed after multiple interviews, do not think that I am not able to clear it. Every person, and trust me on this, I interview people day in and day out. Every day I have at least 1 or 2 interviews that I connect with people and take. Everyone has a available. It is just that the organizations have to identify which skill is best for which profile. And falling for higher salaries is a trap. Pretty much we were speaking about someone who knows his work culture is good, the organization has that, those people who can create better leaders in the future, they know that they are investing in the right place. But when the jobs are monotonous, that's when you have to give more money, because there has to be some motivation for the person to be in a job. So if a job is very high, do not think that it would be the best for the 40 years of your career. Once you would clear your graduation, post-graduation, minimum 30 years the duration in which you would be working. And I want to give some tips for your growth. One is keep learning. Learning is essential for everyone. If I would have not been learning in my job, I would have been obsolete like 5 years ago. I started off with information security, started doing risk assessment, then got into cybersecurity, then got into threat intelligence. And every time you have to pretty much start from the scratch. You have learned the basics, which the students are studying in the college, and we actually sometimes tell the students to give that presentation in the organization, and then we learn from them. So that is how the industry and academia merge together to enhance the learning of each other. The second most important thing is just don't keep learning, also keep teaching, keep creating people. Are you all with me so far? The reason why it is important to also teach others, otherwise what happens is it creates a single point of failure. We all talk about recession, And we all talk about people losing jobs. However, when you talk to any one of them, they'll say, I was the best in my role. I'm analyzing it over there, but you may be the best in your role, but what have you done to create more people like you? You haven't done that. Then what is happening here? There's a single point of failure. If the organization would not move you up, there would become that you would become a liability and you would want to encash that at some point of time. That is also one of the cases that happens. And the last one is all the big decisions of your life in the corporate world are taken who are not present there. In your colleges, you may get good marks by studying yourself, by having papers, not showing anything to anyone. But when you reach the organization, it doesn't work that way. Because the reason is the perception that people have. So you have to work on that perception also. As the principal ma'am mentioned in the beginning, honesty and being humble, and having gratitude towards the people is still very important. And these are the qualities that the organizations look forward for in a person. They are rare skills. If you have them, you are gonna get growth in the organization. With that, I would wish to this, and I would want to thank you again for inviting me over here.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring speech. Next up is our chairperson of State College of Business Studies. We know that she's not here, but we would still like to talk about her because this event is success just because of her. She has a major role to play. Sabali is a professor of law in the Faculty of Law, University of Delhi. She has been teaching for more than 18 years in the university, and in addition to responsibilities, she has been discharging various administrative responsibilities from time to time in different capacities, such as the Deputy Dean, Legal Affairs, to 2018, Deputy Dean, Planning and Coordination from 2020 to 21. Currently, she is the Dean Academic Affairs of the University of Delhi and looks after the academic matters. As the chairperson, NEP said, she is instrumental in implementing National Education Policy 2020 in the University of Delhi and at 68 colleges. She is coordinator at Vidya Vistar scheme, a scheme which is meant to establish academic linkages with colleges and universities in the remote areas of the country. Her research interests includes interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary areas like law interests and right of nature, international law, development and tribal right to land, etc. She has published several articles in reputed journals as well as newspapers. She has been a person in several national and international conferences and seminars, and she has been sharing her experience in the implementation of National Education Policy 2020 among the teaching fraternity with an aim to contribute in overhauling the education system in this country. Thank you, ma'am, for making this event a success, and no problem that you are not here because of your prior commitments. Next, I would like to request Dr. Ajay Jaiswal to give away a bonus prize.
Good morning. On the behalf of organizing team of international conference on innovative computing and communication, that is ICICC-2023, I extend my heartfelt gratitudes to National Institute of Technology, Patna, University of Valladolid, Spain, for organizing this conference in collaboration with our college, Shaheed Sukhdev College of Business Studies, University of Delhi. First and foremost, I would like to take the opportunity to thank our esteemed delegates for their presence in the conference, Mr. Vikas Goyal, Chief Guest, Professor Naveen Kumar, our guest of honor, Professor Rajesh Ingle, who joined us online, Professor Poonam Verma, Professor P.K. Jain, Director, National Institute of Technology, Professor Prabhat Kumar, General Chair of the conference. The presence of these esteemed delegates who have long trail of success behind them is a further testimony to our sincere pursuit to achieve nothing less than the best. I would also like to thank our chairman, Professor K. Ratnabali, who couldn't join us due to her commitment to the university, but we are thankful to her for her continuous support during the organizing, during the time where we need her for organizing this conference. I would also like to thank our keynote speakers, Dr. Davis Camacho from the University of Madrid, Spain, Professor D.K. Panigrahi from IIT Delhi, Mr. Anand from Springer, London. We are grateful to them for accepting the invitation to take part in ICICC 2023 and share their expertise and knowledge on the topic with the participants of this conference. I also extend my sincere thanks to all the keynote speakers, panelists, delegates, session chairs, paper presenters, and participants of this conference from 32 countries. I would also like to thank our sponsors, reviewers, authors, and publishing partners for their support in organizing this conference. I would also like to thank our organizing team, including Dr. Rishi Rajan Sahai, Dr. Kumar Vijay, Dr. Abhishek Tandon, Dr. Amrina Kausar, Dr. Mona Verma, Dr. Gurjeet Kaur, Dr. Abhishek, Dr. Tushar Marwa. All of these are from the host institute, the Shaheed Sukhdev College of Business Studies. I would also like to thank Dr. Ashish Khanna, Dr. Deepak Gupta, Dr. Moolchand Sharma from Maharaja Agrasen Institute of Technology, and Dr. Gulshan Srivastava from the Galgotia University. And without the support of this organizing team, it would not have been possible to organize this conference. At last but not least, I would like to thank our student volunteers for the smooth conduction of this conference in hybrid mode, on and offline. Some of the sessions are online and some of the sessions are offline. I am thankful to all the teaching and non-teaching staff of college for supporting us as and when required. And it's honor for me to thank you to participate in ICICC 2023. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I would now like to request Ajay Jaiswal sir to present a token of our gratitude to our guest of honor, Professor Naveen Kumar. Thank you so much. I would request Professor Sameer Anand to felicitate our chairperson, Professor K. Ratnabali, for, she's not here, but still we would like to facilitate her online. Thank you so much. Yeah, next this one. I would like to request Dr. Deepak Gupta to felicitate our General Chair, ICICC 2023, Professor Prabhat. Furthermore, I would now like to request Dr. Ashish Khanna to felicitate our principal, Professor Poonam Verma, for being our guiding light throughout.
Thank you so much everyone for gracing us with your esteemed presence. Next will be keynote speakers. Our first keynote speaker today is Professor David Camacho, Universidad Politécnica de Madrid, Spain, and also the Expert Systems Journal Wiley. However, before moving on to that, we first request all our delegates to proceed for the high tea.
What's the time right now?
तो मेरे पास HDMI है ये HDMI प्लस में ये USB कन्वर्ट तो हमें अरे मैं भी तो जुगाड़ ला के रखूंगा ना कई दफे जरूरत पड़ जाए क्या तुमने क्या
He is the professor in the electrical engineering department at IIT Delhi, India. Prior to joining IIT Delhi in 2005, he was a faculty in the electrical engineering department at UCE Burla, Odisha, India from 1990 to 2005. He is a fellow at IMAE, India. His research interest includes application of soft computing and evolutionary computing techniques to power system planning, operation, and control. He's been working in the field of biomedical, signal processing, and image processing. He has served as the editorial board, associate director, and special issue guest editor of different international journals. He is also associated with various international conferences and various capacities. He has published more than 100 research papers in various international and national journals. I would now like to request Professor Poonam Verma to felicitate.
ये बता रहे हैं जो पॉइंटर ना आई हैव टू ऑपरेट हियर
इनको बता दीजिएगा
अरे okay very good morning to all of you. So I'm thankful to all of you for inviting me, and the moment I landed here, Google took me somewhere else. Okay, and that gate is closed. Then I enter into the other door. So I don't know whether there is a mistake in the computer, in something, or mistake in communication. So truly, this conference is a computing and communication. So I will try to make it as simple as possible, looking into the audience. Innovating computing. Why you need computing? You see, unless I know what I am going to do, then nothing will come to my mind. But every researcher should know what is exactly the task, what is the problem I have faced. Don't create the problem and try to solve. There is a problem, and you are the master of your own research. Okay, so I did hesitate to tell I am very poor in mathematics, maybe failed sometimes in some of the classes, but so being an electrical engineer, I started my career in 1990 as a faculty. Usually, you see, we have to adapt ourselves. So depending on the need, depending on the research input, and depending on the need of the hour, so you have to change your research and all other things. So even if I am working on the computational tool, the cognitive science, and computing, subcomputing, machine learning, whatever. So I'll talk about something about the computational intelligence techniques. So please try to understand, when I'm talking of the tools and techniques, these are the tool and technique. Take it granted as a tool and technique. So if you have a tool, yeah, I have a small knife. So I know I can cut apple, I can cut tomato, I can cut potato, I can cut the coconut with that. Understand what exactly I'm trying to drive off. So we need some modification of these tools and techniques, looking into your problem, looking into your research. So that exactly I am coming to highlight here. So when talking of this computational intelligence tool, so basically these tools have three things. Many researchers are working in neural networks. So if anybody is working in the neural network and work by means of the neural network, you know the neural network resembles to the brain. So in the brain we have a lot of neurons, they are interconnected. So ultimately they help us in making some decisions. So how they do? So this learning, it starts. So once you have a neural network, then you must train it. The learning starts. So whenever I am talking, this is a very slow process. And the learning will adapt to the scenario. Either the learning will be taken care of by a teacher, which we call supervised learning, or the learning will be taken care of by the surrounding. Anybody? So called one is supervised learning, another is unsupervised learning. So supervised learning, the learning will be achieved by the help of a teacher. What the teacher do? As a teacher, what is my job? Who are sitting here, what is the job? We try to rectify the error of the student. So ultimately, the main learning process is, during the process of learning, you have to minimize the error. So when you want to minimize the error, yeah, this is a very good thing. You do a lot of finding maxima of certain function in class 10, class 12, and you know the derivative is the best solution. Take by dx equate this to 0, you can find the maxima or minima, putting the value of x star obtained in the double derivative. Clear? So very happy getting out 10 out of 10. But there is a problem. I will go. So during this learning, I want to minimize the error. So when I want to minimize error, so what happens in neural network structure? What you know, what you do not know. And when you go for this neural network. For example, I am giving a classical example of the forecasting. People do a lot of forecasting. Whether you forecast the dollar price, you forecast the yen price, you forecast the monsoon, you forecast electricity load, you forecast the electricity price, you whatever. And I'm sure all of you who are sitting here have carried out the forecasting in class 3 or class 4. Do you agree with me? Class 3 or class 4 में आपने forecasting ये नहीं किसी का हाथ देखो एग्जाम देखो. I'll give a simple thing. I'll give a time series 2, 4, 6 dash dash. What do you mean by this? You it's 2, 4, 6. So when I'm putting 2 dashes, that means I have to forecast the 2 other values. So you are in class 3. अरे भाई क्या question आ गया 10 out of 10. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. But immediately if I give you a time series when you are class 3 or class 4, okay, 9 dash dash. I don't know. Maybe we will give the answer of this particular time in class 6 or class 7 when you use the square. Okay, so 1, 4, 6, 9, 25. So this is time series, box and skills method of time series forecasting. You do all these things. So don't think that you don't know anything. You know everything, but try to find out what exactly you are doing in which manner. But if I give you a time series, okay, that is letter 7, 37, 49, 82, dash dash. I don't know. Because this doesn't matter. Pattern analysis, pattern recognition. So where my point is, when I have certain input pattern, I have certain output pattern. Like if I have monsoon, I have the history. Okay, at different period of time, June, July, August, September, JJAS, we call it. Okay, so that is our time for which we predict the monsoon. Or if I'm predicting the electricity price for tomorrow, I know if I'm predicting it for YT, then it depends on YT minus 1 hour pehle, what is the electricity load demand, YT minus 2, then I may go YT minus 24, ek din pehle, YT minus 25, ek din ghante pehle, YT minus 168, exactly 1 week before, YT minus 169. So likely I will make a time series. So this is the input pertaining to the corresponding output is YT. So you have now a lot of patterns with you. Those patterns have to be trained by means of a structure. Clear? So when you start training, please try to understand, you know 2 things. You know that how many number of neurons in the input layer, because you so data preparation for the forecasting is very, very important. Many researchers, they don't think how to take the data. You have a historical data for 7 years, 10 years, 20 years. And here I want to tell you all the researchers, because today is the time of interdisciplinary research. I initially started on predicting or forecasting the electricity price, electricity load. Then one of the professors from civil engineering told me, hey, let's do something on predicting the groundwater level in Godavari River basin. Yeah, what is the problem? I have the tool. I can join with the professor from civil engineering department. We predict. I joined with the professor of the atmospheric science. We predict the monsoon in Kerala. We predict the monsoon in northeastern India. See, tools and techniques are there, but the problem is you understand your own research domain. How to fit those tools and techniques in that particular area is your job, is the researcher's job. And a researcher who are sitting here is a good programmer nowadays. We have learned the program 20 years before, 30 years before, which is program 77. Okay, I don't know what is Python, what is Anaconda. You know it better. Okay, so the question is, when you are doing this, I know the input, I know the output. Then initially the weights are randomized. So when the weights are randomized, you are trying to solve this. You give the input pattern, you will get the actual output Y, which is not the targeted output T, because your weight are randomized. So you are getting an error P minus Y. That error I have to minimize. So why there is error? The weights are not perfect. So I have to update the weight to minimize the error. So simple, you take del E, derivative of E error with respect to del W, and information. Based on the slope information, you pass that error in the back. Okay, to update the weight. We call it back propagation logic. It's very simple, nothing else. Mathematics, hello, right? I will not talk about the mathematics. I will talk about the physics behind the mathematics. You are very good in program. So that is a simple way of the neural network. There are different structures. Layer perceptron, radial basis network, probabilistic neural network. These are the different structure of the neural network. So in a neural network, while creating a structure, you know the input, output, but what you do not know, how many number of hidden layers will be there. There is no room. How many number of neuron will be in hidden layer? I don't know. What will be the best structure for my problem if I am doing a medical diagnostic problem? You take the fMRI image and find out the brain tumor. I do a lot of work on the EEG signal processing, ECG signal processing, whatever. So question is, I create the pattern. I want to learn the pattern, not necessarily a particular neural network to be suitable. And in our days, we are doing those neural networks having one or two hidden layers. We call it a shallow network. Nowadays, talking of the deep neural network. A lot of layers are there. Okay, so whether it is shallow or deep, the fundamental principle is same. Now, there are evolution structure like support vector machine, okay, extreme learning machine, all these things. So these are the very simple things of the neural network. Then the fuzzy logic, thanks to Professor Lafi Jave, invented this in 1965, which was remain unattended. People are not interested on that till 90, but after 95, the fuzzy picked up. So when I'm talking of a fuzzy, it is basically perception. It is basically cognition. I will give one example to understand fuzzy. How many of you drive the car or drive the scooter? Many. So the very simple thing, when I'm driving a car, myself sitting on the driving as a driver, okay, control, because I'm controlling the steering as well as I'm controlling the motion of the vehicle to achieve a certain target. Okay, I am the control. Control action is taken by me. What are the two control actions? One is the rotation of the wheel, rotation of the steering, another accelerating. Third one is the putting the brake. These three are the control actions. Fine. Now suppose I want to park my car in between already two parked cars. So one car is parked here, another car is parked. So there is a distance between these two cars. Let's assume this distance is 3 meters. And I have a car where the poor teacher, once upon a time we can offer Alto. Now I can go for, let us have an I-10. So I have to pass my I-10, which is 1.2 meter, let us, in between the distance which is already 3. So how many of you while driving is having a measuring tape and having a calculator with our are you getting down and when the two car is 3 meters, the length of my car is 1.2 meters, go to the driving wheel, put the formula whatever you have learned, plus 2 times A equal to UT plus half AT square, and accordingly put the accelerator on, and accordingly you drive, again come back, see the error, driving seat, try to minimize error and park. Why I am telling all this? The very simply, when I control action to park my car in between two parked cars, I don't require any crisp measurement. I am looking back. Yes, space is there. Or Hindi mein हाँ भाई space है. Bindas. Accordingly, you put your accelerator, you take your steering wheel, come back and park. So that is fuzzy. Because it's a linguistic variable. Yes, space है. So based variable. Based on that, थोड़ा गर्मी हो रहा है, गर्मी थोड़ा गर्मी क्या, वो मेरे लिए थोड़ा गर्मी, किसी के लिए ठंड। So if somebody is from South India at this particular time here, will come with proper because the temperature range for them is different from temperature for me. So that's why their perception varies. When you are designing a fuzzy controller, you know the perception. Okay, so that's why the linguistic variable can be compared to the actual control action, whether it is a controller for AC, whether a controller for driving car, or if anybody is working in electrical controller for MPPT, in solar power plant, controlling electric vehicle. Problem is yours. So when we are solving it by means of a fuzzy, the fuzzy logic is basically the not crisp measurement is fuzzy. Like you are making a set theory in class 12, whether x belongs to a or x doesn't belong to a. If it belongs to a, belongingness function is 1, belongingness is 0, so it is a binary set, 0 or 1, on off. But here the belongingness is based on 0. Okay, so that is the basic idea of the fuzzy logic. Now coming to the third pillar of this computational intelligence is evolutionary computing, biocomputing, swarm intelligence, natural computing, dominando. I talked this all these Agrawal suites. Go to the Agrawal suites, you will get the so many variety of suites available, but the basic ingredient is the huge and sugar. कोई 3 कोना है, कोई 4 कोना है, जिसका नाम But the point is, when I'm talking of evolutionary algorithm or swarm intelligence or biological computing, why? Question is why I need all this. These are known as evolutionary computing. Evolution, Darwin's theory, survival of the means you try to generate a new solution to your problem from a set of old solution. How will you do? I'll give a classic example to this particular one, where we are applying the evolutionary algorithm. Evolutionary algorithm is basically applied for optimization. तो हर कोई करता है, सुबह उठ के तो शाम तक जो प्लान that is optimization. I got up today in the morning, I know I have to come here, give a keynote, go back to IIT, take some decision there, and so many students are there, all these things are with optimization. Even if you Google, when you are traveling, when I put in the Google map, I have to go from IIT Delhi to then initially it is showing one way, sometimes the other way. So what is the optimization here? There are n number of ways coming from point A to point B. So out of n number of ways, what do you want? Either I want, it should be it may take 2 hours, I don't know about, or you may want, it is not a shorter path, you have to reach within 1 hour, time is it. So you define your objective function. So based on your objective, you formulate your problem. Then you try to find out the solution. That is optimization. We call it optimization, but I differ with my computer science friends. They call it search. So immediately my question is, what you are searching for? You are searching for the best solution out of n probable solution. I am searching for the best clue in comparison to my particular objective out of n number of routes are available. Then you start reading, oh, depth first search, great first search, best first search, comes as for arithmetic. Because best first search, you see, if I'm talking of the depth first search or great first search, all these searches are unidirectional search. The search proceeds in one direction. The search is guided by a rule or rule of law. For example, professor was telling me I have to visit the library. Now he gives me a task to library and find the artificial intelligence book in the library. So what is the way I have to search the book in artificial intelligence library in your library? So if I go there, I am blind, I will go to the rack number 1, book number 1, evaluate. This is rank number 1, book number 1, evaluate the function. Is the book is the artificial intelligence book? The answer is no. Then I will implement to the next book. Okay, then I will implement the rest. So this is a single agent search. The search proceeds in one direction, either break-wise or depth-wise, and ultimately will get the search. Okay, so these are traditional searches. Or sometimes you may feel, okay, this is artificial intelligence book. Why should I search all the racks? I will apply my own judgment. When admin got it, told Eureka, I got it. So from that, this heuristic search is coming. So you apply your own judgment. My judgment, being from outsider, being an expert in AI, I think the AI book will be available in electrical sciences lab. So I will go to only those tracks. So I confine that, I narrow down first area as per my judgment, like a doctor takes a decision of a particular disease. So you confine that, then during that small search area, again you apply the sequential search. Best first or best first or best first. So these are the traditional way of searching. Come to the matter. I want to find out, and that is also the same thing as the hill climb. If you want to go to the peak of the, what will do? Temporarily assume yourself. You have a black putty on your eye and you have a danda on your hand. You have to go to the top of the hill. I put you at a particular point. So that particular point is x0. You evaluate you are given a function fx. You have to find out the optima. You have to find out the maxima or minima of the function fx. What you are doing when you are class 10 or 12, you are differentiating the function del of fx with respect to del x. But computer can do that. So I have to write an algorithm. So the algorithm is nothing but your neutral rational algorithm. So I know the function fx. I am taking an initial guess of the solution x0, evaluate the function f of x0, increment the present value of x0 to another value, new value, x0 plus del x. Evaluate f of x0 plus del x. Now you are happy. I have y2, that is f x0 plus del x, y1, f of x0, divided by, so y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x. Slope. So based on the slope, you proceed. Go on incrementing, on generating a new solution, like you are go on finding the new book by incrementing one. So by here, by incrementing the state in x0 plus 2 del x, x0 plus 3 del x, you find out wherever the slope is 0 terminated. So this is self-search. But the search may not able to find out the global solution, the optima, if your function is a multimodal function. What is a multimodal function? This simply having multiple maxima or multiple. So in that case, the best way to visualize, just put a egg crate in your hand. Ande jo rakhte hai na, egg crate. Put it in your hand. Hold it downward. Look from the top, you find many maxima. You hold it upward. Look from the down. You will find many minima. On the simple way, if you are a bit angry with me, what this nonsense is talking till now, there is no mathematics. So you take a paper, cross the paper on your hand, put it on the table. Look, you will find a lot of minima. So there is a cross paper. So whenever such a function exists, wherever there are multiple maxima or minima, then the traditional search method, which proceeds as per the information of the gradient, may or may not able to find out the global solution. Why? Because the point is, depends on the initial guess of the solution from where you are starting the search. If I am starting the search here, I will stop at this maximum. But there is another bigger maximum is there. If somebody starts from here, he or she will stop at there. So that's why I can't tell the traditional is not able to find out the global maxima. It may, because it depends on the initial guess of the solution from where you are starting. That's why we go for this non-traditional method. Non-traditional. So from Kanpur, we started this NSGA, non-dominated searching genetic algorithm. They have written a book of traditional optimization technique. Those bioinspired computing method and other method. So those are the evolutionary computing technique. Coming to next week. Now, this I have already discussed. My question is, now I want to give you some research situation. I have talked about neural network. I have talked about the fuzzy. I have talked about something about the optimization, non-traditional, which is minimization or maximization. Suppose I will tell you, you combine, somebody is expert in neural network, somebody is expert in evolutionary algorithm. I am evolutionary algorithm, bioinspired computing. I develop new techniques. Can you combine neural network and algorithm? Can you find any way to combine it? Yes, particularly to the students. That is the research direction. You can. For example, I have already put it as a problem in front of you. In a neural network, I only know the number of neurons in the input layer, the number of neurons in the output layer. But there is a black box. I don't know how many hidden layers are there. I don't know how many neurons will be there in a hidden layer. You apply this optimization to find out the best structure of the neural network. Okay, so this is a new research area people are doing pertaining to your application. Rather 5 input, there is 1 output. So arbitrarily you take 2 hidden layers. Each hidden layer is having 10 neurons. Who told you this is the optimal structure? This is the best structure to yield maximum efficiency. This is the best structure to find out the accuracy maximum. You don't know. So that's why evolve the structure of the neural network by evolutionary algorithm rather than a traditional algorithm. What you will do by traditional algorithm? So you evolve the structure traditionally, like I have told you. You take 1 hidden layer, 5 neurons. See what is the efficiency. Then 6 neurons, 7 neurons, 8 neurons, up to 10 neurons. Go to second, another 5 to 10. Third layer, 5 to 10. So you are just growing from a sapling to a tree. So this is the constructive method of creating a neural network structure till you are getting the, or the reverse way. You start from a deep tree. Oh, 10 dip. We try to from the deep structure. Take the deep structure. Accuracy is not coming. Then go on pruning 1 node. Go on pruning 1 layer till the best structure is obtained. Sequential learning. Why should I go for sequential learning? If you go for sequential search, it may take more time because I don't know. Okay, you don't know where you are starting. The solution depends on the x0, which is initial guess of the solution. So I can apply all these evolutionary algorithms, whether it is algorithm, whether it is particle sum optimization, whether it is a differential algorithm, whether it is there is no creator left in the world. This can unpaid algorithm, whether it is cockroach, whether it is wolf, whether it is a bat, whether it is a rat. So go on. Okay, you have ant colony, you have honeybee optimization, you have so many optimizations. So that's why the best answer I have told you in the beginning. All is well. All algorithms are having the same skeleton. Starting is same. You starting from a initial guess of the rather than 1 initial guess of the solution, you take 10 initial guess of the solution. That we call population in G. That we call colony in ant colony optimization. Because it's plural. That we call your swarm in case of particle swarm optimization. Okay, call a set of vectors in differential evolution. So now I'm just giving you analogy. Single agent, 1 initial guess of the solution, multi-agent, multiple guess of the solution. So the starting step of the traditional method and non-traditional method are same. Only different. Instead of 1 initial guess of the solution, I am assuming n number of initial guess of the solution in the first step. Because you have to know what is the boundary, where you are searching for. Now, what is the next step you are doing in the traditional method? You have x0. Then what is the next step? Evaluate. Similarly, here evaluate all the particles in the PSO, evaluate all the in the GA, evaluate all the vectors in differential evolution, evaluate all the ant in ant colony optimization, evaluate all the bee in bee colony optimization, evaluate all the bacteria in that. I don't know. Clear? So evaluation of a single function, here you are evaluating n number of agents. Now what is the next step? What is the next step in traditional method? After evaluation, in a hope, you are generating a new solution. Okay, so the new solution is x0 plus del x. That del x is a deterministic. So here, there is no deterministic. A new solution is generated from the old set of solutions. Not in a deterministic manner, but in a stochastic manner. So this sort is known as stochastic. This sort is known as random sort. Because you generate another new solution randomly, stochastically. It is evolution. You take 2 parents, generate 2 offspring, 2 new solutions. In PSO, there is a social interaction. There is a learning and self-learning and social learning. You generate, in case of ant colony, you look into the pheromone concept, generate a new solution. So that is the idea. Generating a new solution from the old solution. So those are the methods I can apply in the neural network architecture to evolve of the architecture. So that we call evolvable neural network. The neural network structure will be evolved. Or you can evolve the learning process because I have already told you the learning generally we do by back propagation. So backpropagation learning based on the information of the gradient is well fitted if it is a unimodal function. So if we plot all the weight versus your error, you may not tell there will be a single minima. There may be multiple minima. So I can evolve the weights also by means of evolutionary algorithm. So that is the research direction here. Evolve the structure. I can evolve the MLP, multi-layer perceptron. I can evolve rates. So all can be evolved and I can create a optimal neural network structure for you. Next. So that is the main thing. The evolution of the network topology, the evolution of the topology as well as again another interesting thing is in the neural network, every neuron you are assigning a task. So whether there are a set of transfer functions like unipolar sigmoid, bipolar sigmoid, hyperbolic tangent, radial basis, sigmoid, heaviside, step function, and Google has come up with ReLU, rectified, and all of the transfer functions. Now, my question is, what is the best transfer function for your application? Whether you take hyperbolic tangent, or you take bipolar sigmoid, or radial function. So, see, I'm making the problem for you more and more complicated because that is research. You have to find out the optimal structure for your application so that the classification accuracy will doing a biomedical based classification or something like that. Or even if you are predicting, your prediction accuracy should be maximum. Okay, so that is the main thing. So you can find the optimal mix of the transfer function. Maybe the first hidden layer will have different set of transfer functions. The second layer will have another set of transfer functions. I don't know. So that is the research domain I want to just put in front of you to go forward. Next. So here, I'll get, so till now, whatever the idea is, there is a single objective. The objective is classification, accuracy, maximization. Okay, I have a set of patterns. So those patterns I train, I construct a neural, maybe the optimal structure of the neural network, but objective function is that one. So here many researchers ask the question many times. Of course, you are not asked till many PhD students also ask. Because whenever I'm talking of optimization, and you have to apply the evolutionary algorithm, bio-inspired computation, everybody in the mind that the objective function is f of x. कहीं एक function मेरे को मिल जाएगा, 7x cube plus sin of x square or something. But not necessarily. Every time the function is a mathematical function. Like I'm telling you, a neural network, you are given 1000 patterns. Out of the 1000 patterns, 700 patterns you are taking for training, 300 you have put for testing. So when you train the 700, you will get a training accuracy. When you test this 300, you will get a testing accuracy. Objective function, highest training accuracy as well as highest testing accuracy. For that, construct the optimal structure of the neural network. Which mathematical function will describe? Is there any mathematical function which relates directly the input to the output? No. Understand here what it is. You have written one program, the main program, another sub-program that may be PSO, GA, differential. So how you do? If suppose this sub-program is not there, so here what will decide? 5 hidden, each hidden layer 5 new. Now instead of doing that, what I will do, here I am generating 10 particles, 10 probable solutions. In every probable solution, there are 2 variables, simple. One variable is number of hidden layer, second variable is number of neuron in the hidden. So let us, I decided I will take 2 hidden layers to 10 number of hidden neuron to 10 neuron. So you generate a random number between 2 to 10, that is 5. Generate a random number between 5 to 10, that is 7. So now what will happen? The 5, 7 will be past neural network structure. A neural network will be created with 5 hidden layers. Each hidden layer is having 7. फिर उसमें और एक डालोगे तो transfer function. So you generate a random number between 0 to 5 or 1 to 7. So if it is 3, then radial basis. So likely you go on. Are you getting my point? In your mind, always I will get a mathematical function to optimize. Okay, these are the two where the classification accuracy is your objective function. Okay. Now this is a single objective optimization I have to, because the final goal is minimization of error. The final goal is maximization of accuracy. I'll talk about a bit on the multi-objective optimization. There are two of them. But remember, these two objectives, for example, if I don't know whether I'm fond of car or something like that, I may give a car. You want to purchase a car. So when you want to purchase a car, what is your main objective? Pocket size. So the cost should be minimum. What is the second objective? Yes. माइलेज ठीक है माइलेज तो देगा वो तो मेरी पॉकेट के ऊपर आ गया ना भाई साहब खरीदोगे आप देखोगे व्हाट इज द किलोमीटर रेंज ऑल द थिंग्स आई हैव परचेज्ड द कार लुकिंग इनटू द ऑब्जेक्टिव फंक्शन f1 दैट इज द लो कॉस्ट देन अल्टीमेटली यू वांट हाई कंफर्ट अरे यूजर आई वांट लो कॉस्ट हाई कंफर्ट सो कैन यू परचेज ए कार व्हिच इज हैविंग लो कॉस्ट कंफर्ट नो if you will go for nano low cost low comfort if you will go for Mercedes Benz high cost high comfort. So as a user, you have to choose it. So these are the two objectives. Both the objectives move in opposite direction. Same thing happens with the electronic communication people. You want, okay, to put the sensor network. Ultimately, you want low cost but high coverage. Not possible. Most of you are from mathematics and other things or management. Okay, in management, what do you want? To invest money in the market. So if you want to invest money in the market, what is your objective? High return. But the radio, TV, etc., they give the advertisement. Last week, the risk involvement is high. Not able to hear the risk involvement is high. So ultimately, you want to invest the money. First objective is high return. The second objective is low risk. You look at it. High return, high risk. Low return, low risk. But ultimately, you want high return with it. So that's why there are the two objectives which doesn't move in the same direction. Both are in opposite direction. So when both the objectives move in opposite direction, we call it a multi-objective optimization. If there are more objectives, 4, 5, 6, we call it many objective optimization. It's like a multi-objective optimization where there are two objectives, they move in opposite direction. Instead of getting one solution, I will give you a set of solutions. That is known as Pareto front. Okay, as for the mathematician, Pareto. That means no solution is better than the other. No solution is better than the other solution. So that's why we call it non-perfect solution. Each solution is best. Any user can pick up that. I will pick up a solution. I may go for example, I have already told I10, looking into my pocket size, looking into, and accordingly I know I will get this much of sum. If tomorrow the one increase my salary by 1 lakh in every month, then definitely I may go for something else. I10 pull down. Correct? So that's why the user's choice. So now in the neural network, what is a research problem? You have to search for. That's why you are very good in programming, you are very good in mathematics. My only standing here giving you some inspiration and some thoughts in your mind so that you can carry on new research. You can think of something new. Go on. So now in a neural network, what is the prime objective? Classification accuracy. So ultimately what you are doing, you are mapping the input to the output with a non-linear mapper. So best mapping can be obtained, best accuracy can be obtained if complexity of the neural network is more. So if you are doing a complexity more, so more complex network, the less will be the error, the high will be the accuracy. But can you think of the computational burden? The processor, the computational time, this will become more. But ultimately you want no high accuracy, no complexity. What I say answer? Because I am applying support the neural network in a control problem. Okay, so in the control problem, I have to fire to the enemy. So within certain time, you don't have to. So that's why I always say, look into your problem. What is the demand of your problem? Doing a biomedical or diagnosis or analysis, taking my, what exactly doing? We are going to a doctor, we take some sample. Okay, so we take the urine sample, the pressure, the blood pressure, the temperature, all these things. So these are the input features. So based on input feature, we classify. Whether you have a problem, you don't have a problem. Do you need the doctor take all the samples, they classify within 1 second, you can't. You need more time for a decision making. But that same thing, I am in a hurry, take a decision, fire the bullet, it doesn't work. Clear? So that's why you have to look into your problem, you have to look into your application. If it is a planning problem, if it is a classification problem, you can wait. You can take a decision with a longer time. So, control problem, you need the action to be initiated within a stipulated time. So maybe you have to sacrifice it to some extent. So either you can go for a neural network structure like this. So everywhere you can see 2 inputs, 1 output, but the structure is very simple. Computational complex, time period is less, but you are sacrificing the error. The error will be more. So you can apply also here the optimization to find out the structure of the neural network. So this is just the problem I am putting in. Same thing you apply to your decision tree. Same thing you apply to the random forest. We know the tree structure. Yeah, the accuracy complexity trade-off or the error versus the computational complexity. You can go for the decision tree. The more number of the tree will be there, complexity will be more. So that's why the single objective optimization, the multi-objective optimization can be applied to various problem domains. Next. Okay, coming to the fuzzy also. Now, again, the same question. If anybody is working on the fuzzy, I have already told you have to define the fuzzy membership function. So when you are defining the fuzzy membership, for example, I'm a state between cold, warm, and hot. So I can take a simple rectangular up to let us 5 degree to 15 degree cold, 15 degree to 30 degree warm, more than hot. So this is a simple membership function, no overlapping. But this may happen that I'm 5 to 15 at cold, then just 15.1 I'm telling warm, but 14.99 I'm taking cold. So that's why this decision is fixed. So I can have a triangular membership function. So that's why the point is whether which, if anybody in fuzzy, there is a fuzzification. The fuzzification is dependent on the fuzzy membership function. But what is the membership function best suited for your problem domain? You don't know. Whether it is triangular, whether it is trapezoidal, a Gaussian, if it is again triangular, whether it is a symmetric triangular, unsymmetric triangular, so many things are. Again, I have given you the problem. I have told you the optimization. You can apply. So one of our friend Oscar Castillo, maybe because knows him, he does a lot of work modifying the structure by applying the evolutionary algorithm technique. Ultimately, your accuracy, your objective is like that. So coming to that, this you can do. The third one is here the dynamic function of the PSO. So any algorithm, whether it is a genetic algorithm, how many of you work in genetic algorithm? Genetic algorithm. That's all. Okay. How many of you work with PSO? Maybe differential evolution. So you see, in every algorithm, people ask which algorithm is better. Okay. I can't from your morning breakfast. Everything is better for me. All the stuff, whatever was put there, I like everything. Because I don't have to purchase it. It's free. So that's why there is a theorem which is known as no free lunch theorem. You can't tell this algorithm is better, that is better. So ultimately it depends on how you are tuning the parameters of algorithm. Because there are many parameters of the algorithm which leads to the convergence of the algorithm, leads to the stability of the algorithm. So that's why I always talk about the PSO, where the particle form optimization, it is based on the mathematical principle. Because what you are doing, when the particle move in the surface, come to your close to physics. When I'm talking of moving a point from, suppose this is the surface. So how many variables it has? X1, okay. X2, X3. So let I have a particle here, X1, X2, X3. This is the initial position of the particle. Then deterministically you can do the position of X1 plus del X, X2 plus del X, X3 plus del X. So deterministically you can do that. I am making stochastically. So whatever, whether this particle will move from here to here during the thought process, a new solution is generated from the old solution, either deterministically or stochastically. Ultimately, my physics tells me it moves. So when it moves along X, it moves along Y, it moves along Z. or if it is n-dimensional surface, all the parameter will update. So this movement is dynamics. Because when somebody moves, acceleration is there, velocity is there. So that's why there are two particle form optimization. One is the position, and there is the velocity. What is velocity? Rate of change of position. X2 minus x1 divided by del t. Del t is one time period. That means that del t it changes position in one iteration. So we look where is the time? The time is one. Getting my point? So this is mathematics. If anybody is doing mathematics, you know the state space equation in control field. So whenever I am expressing the states of the particle, so there is a very good paper by Passino and Gazi to study stability of the swarm. Whenever the particle moves, that's why all those algorithms, whatever we are discussing, don't think this is applied. There is a mathematics behind all those algorithms. So you can study the dynamics because when it is moving, very simple point. This is my initial position, this is the final global. So I can reach to this by just moving like this. This is the chaotic motion. Or you have a very streamlined motion. So whether the particle will converge or the particle will diverge, I will get all the particle global solution or I won't get, depends on the tuning of the parameter. So the tuning of the particle form optimization, which is having three parameters. I'm sorry to standing there, you go there. I'll do that. And wherever the time you just tell me, because I have only moved 3 or 4 slides. So time, there is a dynamics associated. So the three parameters in PSO, one is acceleration parameter, which decides my own motion. There is a social coefficient, that is phi1, and there is a phi2, and there is a cell coefficient, that is known as phi1. Forget about phi1, phi2. What is it? Okay, I'm giving an example to understand. So the beautiful example is, most of you are students in a particular class. So you are starting from semester 1 and semester 8. So my search is having 8 steps. There are 8. That is the final. I will terminate my algorithm after 8 iterations. Okay. In a class, there are 20 students. That means the number of particles in my search space are 20. You are in the first semester, subjects. So 5 subjects are 5 dimensions. X1, X2, X3, X4. Understand my point? My number of particles 20. So I is 20. Number of subjects, everybody is taking 5. The dimension of the problem is 5. Okay. And study the same 5 subjects because my search space is 5. Okay. Mathematics 1 to economics 1 to economics 8, whatever you think. But subjects are same. So all 5 subjects in 8 semester. So what is the ultimate end? Finally came. The birds are traveling from Siberia to India. Doesn't that only one bird is coming, Jai Ho, I am the winner? No. So it is a social interest. That's why we call it swarm intelligence. Again, in class 3, class 4, we study the collective noun. Swarm is a collective noun. This is the collective intelligence of n number of agents in solving a problem. So all is well. Everybody is there at the end. Not like the genetic algorithm or something, only one is the winner. No. Okay. So that's why now you tell me, suppose you are in third step. Everybody, all 20 students are in third semester. So now to move from third semester to 8th semester, become the topper, what will do? What the student will think? Because now in that means your iteration is 3. Number of students are 20. They are taking the subjects 5. Examination is over. They have already got the mark. They got the rank. First is first. There is a 20. Everybody want to be the top. What they will do? Whatever you will tell, that is a new algorithm. Maybe you will publish a paper tomorrow. I don't know. You tell how to move. Being a student in third semester, your position is now 15. You want to be the topper at the end of each semester. What you will do? So I am asking the last, those who are sitting there. Yes. One best option is whatever I am doing, that goes. Let the position is 15. Money is coming from my home and canteen, doing all this Facebook, Twitter, whatever. Let us continue. So that means whatever the acceleration, you move with the same acceleration. So your VI, the velocity at k plus 1. That means your study hour in 4th semester will be with acceleration factor 1. So within घंटा पढ़ो. You may or may not do. That is one thing. Yeah, there is a lot of scolding from the parent, lot of scolding from the teacher, why you are not performing well. Oh, then you look back. When you are look back, my present position is 15. I'm reading 3 hours a day. Oh, once upon a time in first semester, my was 5. I was reading 10 hours a day. So you look back. What is your personal best? So my personal best in first semester was 10. Present position is 15. You want to minimize that gap. That's confident. Can I do it? Yes. So now you have two things. You move with some acceleration to your own velocity. You compare with your personal best. Give some weightage to that. Self-learning, cognitive learning, high one. So I can tell VI plus 1 is equal to some acceleration factor omega VIK plus a self-cognitive learning factor I1 into my personal best minus present position. Then, in the present third semester, somebody is tougher. Unfortunately, I am in 15. So I'll go and ask him, how many hours you are reading? So definitely that is the social interaction. If you will lie, no, I am reading only 2 hours, but the comings are tougher because I know all the pictures. So that is wrong. Don't believe it. That interaction. So social interaction is basically telling the helping hand to that. So now you are competing with your global best. You are competing with your leader. He is the leader at present. So G best minus present. So these are the 3 factors which govern the motion of the participants. So that's why any PSO is only a single mathematical IK plus 1 equal to omega VIK plus I1 P best minus SIK plus I2 G best minus SIK. Now you got the mathematics, you got the physics, you got everything. VIK plus 1 is there. SIK plus 1 equal to SIK plus velocity into time is 1. So that question is those parameters you can tune by fuzzy. What is fuzzy? How you apply this fuzzy? Because again, I simple philosophy, simple example. I know I have 2 kids, and I want both will be engineer after 12th, or they will be doctor after 12th, or they will go to IIM or something like that. These are the things. So if my kid is in class 1 or class 2, फिर उसको लेके चल रहा है कोचिंग से, coaching center? Definitely not. So that's why please look into it. So here, you see, when you are trying to develop a new algorithm, so these are social inspired algorithms. These are computing, bio-inspired algorithm. Look what is happening. So in that case, what exactly I am doing? Search is starting. So if your search is starting, everybody is just starting at the search. Which factor will give more importance? Will you give importance to social learning, computing, or you will give importance to the self-learning cognition? Which will give importance? If the search is just starting, your kid is in class 1 or nursery, what exactly you do? So the initial paper published in 1995 by Eberhardt and C, they told omega is 0.1, C1 is 2.1, C2 is 2.1. End of the story, single paper, no further publication. But now you will find in PSO more than 1 lakh publications are there. So don't stop. That's why you are doing search or research. Research. Clear? Okay. So they change the C1 and C2. So the C1 and C2, okay, what they do? C1 initially should be high, C2 low. But as the search progresses, decrease and C2 will increase. Whenever my kids will come 7 and 8, so you compare with Soham, you compare with this, compare with that, put in coaching center X, coaching center Y, giving the material. So that is the social interaction will go on, competition will go. And what it will bring it on the class 2 or class 3 or class 4, 5, maybe I have to find out some newspaper agency to give a ad. Sorry. So I don't want that. So that is the learning we call self-based learning. Okay. Hierarchical learning. So that's why many algorithms are there. And the point is, algorithm you can tune by means of the fuzzy. You look into exactly that you have to make the membership function. The question is, if my diversity is low, I'm just putting it low. If diversity is low, what do you mean by diversity is low? All the particles are clumped at one particular stage. नहीं है, बहुत सस्ते। तो क्या करोगे? उसको जितना सोशल इंटरेक्शन दोगे, because leader जहाँ है, follower वही है. They are confined to. So I don't have to increase C2 in that way. And setting up the iteration. So very simple logic. If iteration is low and diversity is, I don't tell them compete. Because I am the leader and all the followers in front of me. So you won't get the diversity of those particles. Clear? So my rule is very simple. If iteration is low, diversity is low, then C1, self-learning is high, Q is low. So like you make the 40 rule base. So the value, set parameters will tune as per C1. They stop here. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I request Dr. Deepak Gupta to fill with a memento, sir.
That was welcome. Please, all of you. Come on. मेरे को तो दिखाना है, मैं गया था हमें भी दिखाना है क्या फाइल यस इधर कैमरा थैंक यू हाँ प्लीज Five or seven. I did that example in the this is a round one. That's the reason. Okay, thank you. But online yeah. Is there any concept? Yeah, please. So thanks to all of you for patiently listening, whatever. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Universal Innovator Leadership Award is to honor the determined effort and achievements of the innovators who have made their performance and innovative excellence in their respective fields. It is a very special and unique setup
And involves international excellence awards in various categories. UI Leadership Award creates a worldwide recognition and reserves the own space in the society for the winning profiles. It also provides participants with an ideal opportunity to make their work visible to a wider audience. As part of the 4th Universal Innovator Leadership Awards, UILA 2023, for the recipient of the Women Innovator Award, we are delighted to have with us Ms. Mithali Chandola, crime head and journalist at Bharat Express, and has 22 years of experience in crime journalism and is a gunshot survivor journalist. Till date, she has rescued 68 minor girl houses, and her unique selling proposition includes human trafficking cases, land mafia, cybercrime cases, and narco-terrorism cases. I request our Honorable Principal Poonam Verma ma'am to felicitate.
Thank you. That's where I feel the women power.
You. Next up, we have the felicitation of our organizing committee. I would like to call upon Professor Poonam Verma and Professor Prabhat Kumar
To come onto the stage.
Yes. Please attend onto the stage. First up, we would like to call Professor Samira for the felicitation. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Next up, we would like to call Professor Amina Kaufman for her. I would now like to request Abu Lekha sir to please proceed. Now we would like to call upon Professor Mona Verma for her all-time support.
Yeah, my teachers, they like to be felicitated by you.
We would now like to thank Dr. Deepak Gupta for his guidance and support with us. Moreover, thank Dr. Ashish Khanna for being with us all the time. Next up, we would like to thank Dr. Gulshan Srivastava. And last but not the least, Mr. Moolchand Sharma for his unfathomable.
Thank you so much, sir and ma'am. This brings us to the end of part 1 of ICICC 2023. I thank all the dignitaries and delegates for taking out their precious time to attend this ceremony. Now I request everyone to proceed for lunch.